Hello,
Hi, Dale.
can't see you.
There's Paul. Oh,
Hey,
There's Paul.
there's Gary.
here I am. Hey, did you know I just discovered something today?
Uh-oh.
You can, in Slack, you can, if you load the Zoom app from any group, you can initiate a Zoom meeting right there in Slack to the people that are on your private message or in your channel. Just like
Oh, really?
for the moment right now, yeah, initiate it and everybody can get on and have a face-to-face.
Huh. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Something I learned today about Slack. In Indiana, there have been a total of 39,981 messages sent in COS, Indiana.
Oh, really?
About, at least in the last, I don't know, recent times, almost all of it is in direct messages, a little bit in private channels, but mostly direct messages.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would imagine most of our traffic has been private messages. That would have been my guess. But, maybe, I don't know, I think maybe what I might be finding out here is that on some of these channels that we have set up, the members that belong to that channel, basically, if I post something to that channel, then that all the members of that channel will see that whatever's posted there, right?
Right.
Yeah. See, that's maybe I'm just not using them correctly, or not using them to the fullest extent. So, Rick, I mean, can you hear me, Rick? Can't hear you.
Yes, I can.
So we want to send you a bunch of money for this event supply. By the way, Hunter Biden has applied to handle the money for us if we want him to. I just thought I'd mention that.
Does that make you the big guy, Dale?
I think we're on the wrong end of that deal.
10% for the big guy.
I didn't think about that. So yeah, well, I hadn't thought about that. That's a very good point. I hadn't thought about that. So we'll work on that. We'll work out something.
Yeah, sorry, but I think we need to have a little more structure in place before we start that sort of thing.
Yeah. Paul, while we're talking about this, who's the person in Florida you talked to about the events coordinator position? Do you remember?
Rick talked with her.
Rick, you talked with her?
Yeah, I talked with her before.
I forget her name. I was hoping Rick could remember. I can look it up.
I have enough trouble remembering my own name, let alone hers. But
Yeah.
But she's a very nice lady. She offered to be helpful, and anything I needed, she was willing to help. So,
do you remember, or if you don't, could you find out how they handle the money thing? Because I know they. they actually did, I think, a fundraiser.
Yeah, they had some kind of a event. They had like I think it was a barbecue contest, I think is what they did. And people would, pay to enter the contest, and then people would pay to attend the barbecue thing, and that's how they raised money. It sounded to me like they were kind of informal with how they handled the money, but let me ask and I'll find out.
Well, it's a good, that's a good point. And I don't want to get deep in the weeds on something like this. That's just not, so we may have to figure out a different way of handling it, but anyway.
Yeah, I think if people wanted to donate materials, I think we're perfectly okay with that. It's just when we start
Yeah,
collecting money that it bothers me. So
I think we might pursue that donating materials option. Anyway,
Rick, was it Bonnie Corbett?
that sounds right, Bonnie. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yep,
had
I
to
think
look
that's
her up.
right.
They got 4 event coordinators in Florida.
Yeah, Bonnie's the one I spoke to. Paul, you sent me a name of one of the others, but I haven't followed up on that yet. I think it was you sent it to me.
I don't know.
Somebody sent me a Slack message about one of the coordinators, event coordinators. I've got it saved, but I haven't done anything with it yet.
Yeah.
Say, Paul,
Yes, sir.
LW. We got a constitutional question for you.
Oh, you sent me an email with one of those.
Well, I didn't know which email address I sent it to, so I wasn't sure you got it.
Is it the same question?
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm not sure. Because I set it aside and thought I got to do some research on it. So let me do a little research and I'll get back to you.
Okay, fair enough.
LW,
Maybe,
you go by
maybe
LW?
I'm sorry.
Well, he does with his friends.
Oh, his friends, I see, okay.
Can one of you tell me how I can turn my camera on with this program?
In
I have
your
no idea.
lower left-hand corner, you should see a microphone, and then to the right of that, a video camera
Yeah.
thing. If you click on that, that should turn it on.
Oh, okay. It says start video. Doesn't sound
That
like
would
a
do it.
camera.
Start
Okay.
video.
Oh, I see. All
Start
right.
the video.
There he is.
There you are.
Oh, okay.
Oh, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. No, I'm just kidding, Larry. I was just kidding.
Oh, man. This is going to be one of those meetings.
Yeah. I see Rodney is on with us tonight.
Yeah.
Rodney, are you there? You're muted.
I am.
You are. You were. Well, glad to
Yeah.
have you. Glad to have you tonight.
Well, you can call me Jonathan. I'm sitting in for Jonathan.
Okay, I'll call you Jonathan. Yeah.
That shadow behind you, we would never know.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting at a bad place.
Yeah, we can't see your face is not very clear, but need to get some light on your face.
I'm a dark person. I'm just a very dark person.
Are you a dark person? I've heard that said.
A dark life.
Oh
Hey, I
boy,
wonder
this is going to be some call tonight, I'll tell you.
Dale, could Rodney give us any advice on our funding question? He's probably got some national exposure.
on.
now.
Bluetooth.
Yes, he probably could.
Probably could.
Let's. I don't want to take any more time up on it tonight,
Okay.
though, but
All right.
we'll bounce that off again later on, maybe.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There you were.
There's George. There's George.
And Vicky.
Well,
And Vicky.
Bill, you've got an echo on my end.
What? You got an echo?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me ask everybody when we start here, please mute yourself. Please mute. No echo now, huh? Well, I'm going to share my screen here, hopefully. Hopefully everybody can see that all right. I got 8 o'clock and I want to get started here because I have a lot to give to you tonight, a lot to cover tonight. Some of these slides I'm going to kind of skim over so that we can. Oh, I guess I need something. I need to let somebody in. There he is. Okay. We've got, excuse me, I got some people here in the waiting room that I missed. So I'm going to let them in. I don't know how I missed these people. Oh, there's, excuse me.
Hello, can you hear me?
I think I got everybody in. Okay, everyone that just joined us, please mute yourself so we can cut down the noise in the background. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody else here. Anyway, got a lot to cover tonight, so let's get started. We'll get, of course, the vision statement that we normally do. I'm going to skim over that because starting in November, I'm going to update my slides here so that we've got our new vision statement that we're going to be using. And I'm going to also update the slide for the mission statement so that we can incorporate the new mission statement as well as the goals that we have set for 2021. So we won't spend any more time on these tonight. Just be aware that we're going to update all these or update these two starting in November. Now, speaking of November and December, due to the holidays coming up, we're moving the state call date up a week. So to avoid Thanksgiving, to avoid Christmas and New Year's, then in November, our state call will be November 18th, and in December, our state call will be December 16th. So please, everyone, be aware of that. Ken Kashuba says he's still waiting in the waiting to come into the meeting. I don't know how to. Let me.
I'm in, Dale. I'm in.
Oh, you're in now?
Yeah, you must have got the text late.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. Okay. Normally we would have Jonathan on here tonight, but Jonathan is in the process of moving to Florida. So he sent his regards. He will be with us in November. But in place of Jonathan, I wasn't expecting Rodney to be with us tonight, but he is. So I'm happy to see Rodney. Rodney, you got anything you want to say this evening?
Yeah, just I'll make it as quick as I can. So we've got this get out the vote going in about 7 or 8 states that a donor paid for lists of registered voters. We call it latent or lapsed voters that go back to 1992. And these people have only voted like once or twice. I mean, some of them may have registered to vote like a couple of years ago or 4 years ago and voted once. But the records go all the way back to 1992. And so what we're doing in these key states that the donor paid for these lists and selected is to try to encourage these people that are registered to vote and haven't voted in a while to get out and vote in this election. And it has to do as much with the local elections in the state as well as the president's election too, really. So we have these missions going on in these 7 or 8 states or whatever it is. And with Indiana assigned as a sister state to Iowa, I want to thank Dale and Gary and John Domka for the calls they've made into that state. We had a week from yesterday or the day before to make all the calls in that Telepatriot mission. And so it'd be great if you guys could ramp that up. Maybe talk about it later, Dale and Paul. So there's that going on in all these states. Texas has 32,000 calls that need to be made, and the people who are finishing their missions, we're moving them over there from the past states. You can look at this as a good practice for Indiana to do Telepatriot missions within your state for your own reasons too. I posted late last week a thing called Interview Desk. This is kind of a spinoff from another thing we did earlier in the year called Cause Community Newsmaker. This Interview Desk, we're looking for 100 articles right now. I don't know how many they've collected, but this is a good opportunity for in your own state to get out the vote in Indiana and to talk about any issues that might be on your ballot, whether it be locally or statewide. And the way this works is you go to the link where I posted that on your general channel in Slackly last week, and you schedule an appointment with a Metric Media news person, and they will set up a Zoom call with you and go through a few questions on the election. They won't hit on any ballot issues, so if you do this, hopefully you will, you can bring up other things that you consider important reasons for getting out and voting in this coming election. That's what this is about. They're going to be asking you what's important to you about getting out to vote. So there's those 2 things, and Paul can help me if I'm missing anything. I may be missing something. Am I, Paul?
No, I think you're on top of it as usual, and I know Dale's going to talk a bit more about get out the vote.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got anything,
All right.
anything else, Rodney?
That's it.
Okay, thanks. Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Good to see you, by the way. Good to see you. Yes, we're doing this Telepatriot mission here in Indiana. It's a call to action. We are handling it as a call to action, and like Rodney said, we're making calls into Iowa to registered voters in Iowa, and I would like to wanted to use this mission as a practice so that we can get in practice and get going on a DC recruitment mission that we want to do for 2021. So we need some more help on this, folks. I think this is pretty much being done by myself, Gary. I know George says he's going to help, but I don't know if he's done anything yet. So we need some more help on this. So Gary, did you have anything you wanted to contribute on this, or Paul?
I noticed that we've gotten a lot more calls done in the last day and a half. So thanks for those who worked on that. I think John has helped with that a lot. And yes, good practice. We need to get in the habit. Everybody needs to learn how to use this tool because in the months and weeks to come, we're going to be using this a lot, I expect.
Yeah. Paul, you got anything you want to?
And I'll just say, as I look at the attendee list here, I think nearly everybody is set up as a Telepatriot volunteer. And all you need to do is make sure you have the COS Action app loaded on your phone. Open the app and select Telepatriot, and you'll see the Iowa mission. You just need to tap on that, and it will give you a person to call. You tap on their number, it calls them, and then gives you a script of of what to say. And basically, we're just encouraging people to vote. It's not about, who to vote for. It's just get out and vote.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, I got two things I want to recognize here. As far
Can
as,
I add one thing? Can I add one
Okay.
thing to that just real quick? Yeah, Paul, I don't know if you posted or it got posted, but there's a video by Jonathan Viad and exactly how this mission goes. So there is a follow-up text message to send after you make that call too.
yeah,
So
we've
distributed.
distributed that. We've distributed that. Yes, yes, very good
Okay.
video. Very good video, I might say. Yeah. Okay. I want to point out just a couple things as far as other contributions that some of our people, a couple of our people have made that pertain to getting out the vote. One of those is a letter to the editor. Thomas, are you on with, I know you're on with us tonight. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I can unmute myself.
Okay, well, good, you did, didn't you? I tried to highlight here, Thomas compiled a letter to the editor. Thomas, is this newspaper the Palladium? Palladium, is that how it's pronounced?
It's Palladium Item.
Okay.
Uh,
You want to tell us a little bit briefly about what your letter was about?
Briefly,
Yeah,
well,
yeah, please.
I briefly told people that, just go out and vote. I didn't care who they voted for. Just get out and vote. But
Right.
remember that, pardon me while I remember that you have to protect your rights no matter who you vote for. I told him to read the Constitution. In fact, that's a short version of the, because they're only allowed 250 words, and I sent in 443.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And the editor cut it down. But I put another version on Facebook.
Okay.
A longer version.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I highlighted here, if you can see the yellow there, I highlighted the part here that I guess made it into the newspaper. But I want to thank you for doing that, Thomas.
Okay.
That's good. Good. Thank you very much.
All right.
Now, there's the next thing I want to recognize is a piece that Ken Kashuba, our state communications coordinator, did. And I'm going to have Ken on our COS Indiana Live broadcast this Monday, November 2nd. And we're going to talk more about this piece that he did. But I'm going to play it. It's 1.5 minutes. It's a video that Ken did. Ken, I know you're on tonight, right? You there?
Yeah, Dale, I'm here.
Okay. I want to play this, folks, and I'll try not to get too choked up over this. But to me, for me personally, this is why I'm voting this year, because of this young man that gave his life for this country in World War II. He's one of many men and women that have given their life for this country, and so that we can enjoy the freedoms and the rights of which voting is one of those, so that we can enjoy those freedoms and that right today. So hang on, hopefully this will work, but this is only about 1.5 minutes, but you'll hear Ken narrate this.
The year 2020 will go down in recent history like no other. Like me, I'm sure we're all a bit tired of things that don't really represent the fabric of our country. Last week, I had the opportunity to cover a story that reminded me of what America is, who Americans are. A story of a 20-year-old Marine who gave his life for his country and was listed as missing in action for 77 years. PFC Louis Wiesenbeck was miraculously identified in 2019 and returned to his homeland in Richmond, Indiana. As I covered the processional from Indianapolis down US 40, Veterans Memorial Highway, I was reminded of the American spirit, as young and old alike gathered and stood to show their respect for someone they never knew, to thank him for his service, to give them the freedom they now enjoy. It was a refreshing sight, one that renewed my hope and my spirit, a reprise from the nonstop battering of 2020. The full coverage will be released in the coming weeks and available on DVD. For anyone interested in obtaining a copy, more information will be forthcoming. Thank you.
I just think, Ken, I tell you, I can't wait for our broadcast Monday night to talk to you more about that. But Ken has shared the full version with me. So I've been able to see it. It's about 30 minutes long, and I'll tell you, I'm glad I had a box of tissues handy, because this really choked me up. And like I said, this to me, this is why I'm voting, and I hope we can get this message out to everyone to vote this year. So Ken, don't say everything, because I want you to say it on the broadcast Monday night. But you got any words you'd like to share with us on this, and how you felt doing this?
Well, I'm kind of like you, Dale. I made it. I mean, I created the video. And I still get choked up. And I missed. I was a low draft number. I missed going to Vietnam by about 2 weeks, and my dad was in the Army. I've had other relatives. I got an uncle that was a lifetime naval officer. So I've always had a respect for the military. But this was scheduled. This was originally scheduled to take place in April, and COVID had canceled it all. And I was in touch with the great niece, I guess she would be. This was her great uncle, who was part of this family that went through this ordeal to basically bring PFC Wiesenbeck home. I'm sure, like a lot of people in 2020, midway through, I was pretty numb. I was tired of basically everything that I was seeing on the nightly news and everything that was just going on in the country. And it tends to drive you down. It tends to drag your spirit down. And when this finally came about in September, she got back in touch with me and told me that everything was rescheduled and it was going to happen. And I was basically going to cover the 3 days of this event. And the first day, I got chills just, him coming off the plane. But the route, when it really hit me, was when I was stopping in a couple towns ahead of the processional coming down, and all along Route 40, from the little towns of 200 to Greensburg, all the way through there were just people lining the street. And it hit me then that this was the America I knew, and I remembered, and it was just kind of a spark to reassure me that there's still plenty of us out there, and that we can win this fight. But to see the respect of this guy, I thought about it. You're talking the year after Pearl Harbor, and this guy just went to Indianapolis, enlisted, and never came home.
Yeah.
So it was it was an experience I'll never forget, and I'm glad I was able to do it.
Well, Ken, thank you very much for sharing this. The full version is just great. It covers the procession, it covers the funeral, the service. The chaplain that delivered the service just did a fantastic job. And I tell you, it's just great. But the main point here is, folks, as far as I'm concerned, this is why we get out the vote. This is why we vote. This young man, think of yourself when you were 20 years old. For me, that was a long time ago. But what was going through your mind when you were 20 years old? But this young man, I gotta move on. Okay, I gotta move on. Getting choked up on this. All right, Ken. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ken. Now, Ken, you're gonna come back later because I've got another video that Ken did. So we're gonna be Ken's gonna be featured quite a bit tonight. All right. Okay, let's move on. I want to give out a Patriot pin tonight. As you know, what happened there? As you know, a Patriot pin is an award that we give out to individuals that have done a great job, that go above and beyond, that are great team players, really showing leadership. So I want to give a Patriot pin tonight, and I want to give this pin to Miss Vicki Fisher, District Captain in House District 100. Vicki, I know you're on tonight. Can you come on? Where is she? There you are, Vicki.
Oh, there I am. I'm sorry. I had my headset muted.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this. After that, watching Ken's video, it makes me not feel like so much of a patriot when I didn't put my life on the line, but well, maybe we all did with COVID out there, but you know,
yeah.
The important thing is we have an awesome team. I couldn't be more proud to be on this team, and I couldn't do anything without them. So
thank you, Vicki.
This is it's just an honor to be with you guys, really.
You did an outstanding job in putting together the gun show there in Indianapolis. And later on, I've got some pictures I want to share with everyone about regarding that show. So you did a super job. And
thank you.
As soon as I get my Social Security check, I will mail this pin to you.
Okay.
So, so you can. I love giving out these pins, and believe me, folks, I know that there's some others that deserve a pin, and we'll get to you. Okay, we will get to you. So, but this time tonight, it's Vicki's turn. So.
Well, thank you. And thank you guys, everybody that helped you. Everybody just pitched in so nice. It was really wonderful.
All right. Thank you very much, Vicki.
Okay.
All right. Want to share with you some changes organizationally that we're doing in preparation for the mission and the goals that we have set for 2021. Right now, our current organizational structure is pretty much 2 co-state directors, or that's really vice state directors, and that's Gary, which Gary is in charge of the region captains, district captains, and then Paul was covering all the other support positions. Well, in preparation for next year, we're changing the organization structure a bit. And we're creating another co-state director or another vice state director position, and that'll be George Ward. So we'll have 3 co-state directors. Gary will remain in charge of the district or the region captains and district captains, but our events coordinator, Rick Lyon, will now report to Gary or be in Gary's group there. In the center, we'll have Paul, and he'll be in charge of the legislative education communications. So Paul will handle the state communications coordinator, legislative liaison. Richard Loken, our new education coordinator. So Paul will be working with Richard on our education program, and our SIAs will report to Paul too. George will be handling training and coalitions. So George will handle grassroots coordinator, a coalitions director, which we don't have as yet, a Young Americans for COS coordinator, which that was Maya previously, so we're looking to fill that position too. And all the mentors that are part of the training program for new district captains, those will be under George's area as well. So I just wanted to make that known to everyone, that I thought we needed to make a few organizational changes to get us in line with what we have planned to get accomplished in 2021. Anybody have any questions or comments about anything actually that we've covered so far? Okay, all right. Then let's go through quickly here our normal tracking reports. This is our report on how we stand as far as districts per region across the state. All these reports, by the way, will be pinned on our general Slack channel in Slack. So you can take a look at these at your leisure. Been anxious to talk about our grassroots growth. You see I got the number circled down there. I really thought we were going to exceed 52,000, which is our goal for 2020. I thought for sure we were going to exceed that in October, but we're almost there. I mean, in essence, we're there, 51,800. So we are easily going to surpass our goal of 52,000 in 2020. So everyone has done a great job. This is a result, folks, of many different activities that we have conducted over this year. Certainly the gun shows have played a big part of this, but many other activities, our newsletter, our broadcast, our Facebook page, all these activities lead and feed into new people joining our movement and becoming supporters. Now, I want to share a little piece of information with regard to our grassroots growth with you. I think it was on our last state call, Gary asked the question, well, how many supporters did we have in the state of Indiana when the resolution was signed in 2016? Well, I didn't know that offhand. So I went back, and we didn't start keeping record of our grassroots growth until 2017. So I didn't have a number from 2016. But with the help of Tim Heidenreich, Tim, by the way, is the one that prepares this report for us every month. So with Tim's help, we went back to when we started tracking this in 2017, and this was basically when David Waters and I took over as state directors from Diane Gomez. This would have been about April, May-ish of 2017. We had, at that point in Indiana, we had just under 15,000 supporters. So, and you can see right now, when Tim did this analysis, we were at 51,211. Of course, we're now at almost to 52,000. But you can see the growth there. Look at that, 36,000 over a 3-year period. That's 249% growth in 3 years. Now, in this other column, these are the corresponding numbers for national, the same time period. And you can see on a national basis, Convention of States has grown 114%. So we have outperformed national. And I think that, I just think that's great. I'm just so proud of that. Rodney, I hope you share this with others. But I just thought this was great. This has shown, I believe, some tremendous growth in our state. Now, our task, this is great that we've grown the grassroots. Now our task is to go deep now. Our task is now to develop, to bring in and develop district captains and to get more into our leadership starting in 2021. Anybody have any questions about this since we're on this right now? Okay, all right.
Well, I don't have a question, but that number does not, I doubt seriously, it reflects petitions we got during the last couple gun shows. So
No, you're right.
Yeah, if we're at 51.8 now, we're really close to 52,000. I mean, probably within tens.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's a good point. Good point. Good point. All right. Anybody else? Okay.
Yeah, I got a question, Dale.
Yep. Who's this?
Chad Michael.
Yeah, Chad.
Is that national figure excluding Indiana, or does that number include Indiana?
Well, that would include Indiana. Yeah.
So our 36,000 growth over 3 years is a substantial portion of the like 310,000 that the national movement has grown over 3 years. More than 10% of that growth is just our state.
Well, now the growth over 3 years nationally is 2,482,000.
I'm sorry, misplaced a decimal or two. But I'd be interested to know how we stack up against, like, where, are we in the top 5 or?
As far as, yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, Chad. I don't know.
Not that it's a competition or anything.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me move on here. This is our DC training program right now, and as I was saying, we now need to go deep. This is, if you all remember, many months ago now, I talked about the funnel, and for those of you that come out of the business world, there's the concept called the sales funnel. And that's how, customers go through this funnel and come out the funnel with a closed sale. Well, this is basically our funnel as far as district captains are concerned, and we need to fill this funnel. We need to get more district captains in this training program because we're down to just a few right now. So. We need to get these people through the funnel and functioning as district captains, and we need to fill the funnel. So that's what that's one of our goals for 2021. But this is what it looks like right now. Okay. Now, our mission excellence tracking. You see, I've got the numbers circled down here for the month of October. Gary, you got anything you want to comment about on this?
Yeah, Dale. We achieved the highest total we've ever had for 1 month, 271 points, a little bit ahead of where we were in March when we had several events back then. So a good positive report here. A lot of activity by a lot of people participating in the gun show and the gun shows and initiating, other actions as well.
Yeah, I was very, very pleased to see this. Of course, with the gun shows and everything, we had a lot of people active, a lot of people doing things in the month of October. So and including some volunteers. So we've had a good month, very good month. All right. Let's move on. Legislative, Paul, you got any words of wisdom for us?
I don't know if they're wisdom, but they're a status, I guess.
Well, I thought I would try to help out there a little bit.
So we're moving ahead with our planned call to action for this year, which has to do with getting some legislation passed that will modify Indiana's emergency orders bill, so that if the governor declares a state of emergency, he'll be required to call the legislature into session. And we have Representative Blairman and Senator Messmer. They're the majority leaders in each house who have committed to putting forward legislation. And once we're past the election, I think their focus will move to that, and we'll look at moving that legislation in this next session. And that relates to the Get Out the Vote effort in Iowa, because as part of moving that legislation, we'll need to use Telepatriot. So I would encourage anybody on here, if you haven't tried it, even if you just make a few calls on Telepatriot, get familiar with it, because we're going to certainly need your help with the CTA that's coming up this session.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Comms team. Ken, are you there?
I'm still here.
You're still here?
Yeah, me and Marengo.
All right, good. Well, we got some stuff to cover here with Ken. More stuff. This is kind of his night. I don't want this to go to his head. You know, he kind of lets this kind of go to his head sometimes. So, but we'll keep him tapped down as much as possible. But of course, with our media liaison, John Ackerman. John, I don't think John's on with us tonight, but John continues to do a great job on our Facebook page and working with our social media warriors. So I always want to try and mention John. But folks, have you seen our newsletter? Have you seen our state newsletter? I'm telling you, Susan, Ken, and everyone, whoever else is contributing on this, we have in my opinion, a very, very impressive newsletter. And I think if you haven't seen it, you need to, when that comes out and you get the notice of that newsletter, you definitely want to see this. Ken, you get any words or any comments you would like to make on this?
Well, it is a collective effort, Dale. Susan does a great job, and it's just it's one of those things that we have to we keep chasing, because there always seems to be a gremlin somewhere along the line every month, whether it's from the Convention of Stateside website or our MailChimp connection. We always seem to run into a gremlin we have to tackle. But you know, I think when we first initially got going on a newsletter, we kind of scrambled for ways to fill it, and there's a number of district captains and other people out there, that co-writers and people that have material available, and you know, through all that, it's you know, I've been pleased to see its growth and the amount of material that we actually have available each month. So, as I said, it's a collective effort, and we're just happy that that we're able to get it out. And I have had a number of comments about how good the newsletter looks. So hopefully we're leading in that department somewhere in the national chain. I don't know.
Well, it looks great, and I think all of you doing a great job. this young lady on the left here, Melba, I got something I want to show you about here, in just another slide or two here. But I just want to mention that the COS Indiana live broadcast continues. Coming up this next Monday, as I mentioned earlier, Ken is going to be my guest on the broadcast. Then on November 9th, I got John Dabka, district captain up in Region 1, is going to be my guest. Jonathan, our new regional director, is going to be my guest on November 16th broadcast. Then November 23rd, Debbie Stewart will be on with another chapter in constitutional literacy. So no broadcast on the 30th, since that's kind of the Thanksgiving weekend. So that's what's on tap for the month of November with regard to our broadcast. And I just might mention that I'm already thinking of ways to make this broadcast more and more interesting going into 2021. I believe you're gonna, if I can twist Ken's arm some more, believe you're going to see Marengo Mike play a little bigger role in our broadcast next year. So always looking for new material for our broadcast. Now, this young lady, have you all seen the video? Another piece of work that Ken Kashuba has done. Have you all seen the video of Melba? This is something that she prepared, her and Ken did, actually for Constitution Day. But it's a it's a great piece. It's about 3 minutes long, and I want to go ahead and play it. Ken, you got anything you want to say ahead of time on this?
I think, Garrett and I talked about this because Garrett was I guess, I don't know how it came up in one of the sessions with Garrett that they were looking for that particular day. They thought it would be interesting to bring in a perspective from somebody who was a naturalized citizen and their point of view. As far as citizenship is concerned in our Constitution. And so he said, you've got Melba right there in Indiana, Cuban immigrant, and he said, it might be a good idea. So Melba and I started chatting about it, and it happened to work out that the weekend of our strategy meeting. We were both going to be there and felt that, rather than chase each other down at some other time, we'd just be able to shoot it there at the strategy meeting. So that's just really the way it happened. And, Melba had some prepared ideas, and we set up a few ways to make it easy for her to do it. And she just, we did it in 1.5 days.
I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and play this. And Melba, I know Melba's on the call tonight. So hopefully, Melba, you'll come on after this is over and share a few thoughts with us. All right? Okay, here we go.
My name is Melba Kaiser, and I am a Cuban-born naturalized citizen. My family came here when I was a little girl. My father was a medical doctor and surgeon, my mother a school teacher. We had a very comfortable life in Cuba, and yet it was not the life that my parents wanted to leave their children. My parents decided to bring the family here due to several events that took place shortly after Castro took over the government. In very short time, there was violence in the streets. Parochial schools were closed. Private property was seized by the government. Skills and education were seen as the assets of the government to be used at their whim. As with millions of other immigrants, they saw America as the land of freedom and opportunity. The preamble of the Constitution tells us why the government was established. Some of the premises contained within are to establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. The founding fathers set forth the separation of powers in the Constitution, but the Congress of 1791 wanted to ensure that there would be no abuse or misconstruction of the powers laid out in the Constitution. So that Congress gave us the Bill of Rights. In that document, which is an amendment to the Constitution, they declare that we have the free exercise of religion and the right to peaceably assemble, Article 1. Article 2 tells us that people have the right to keep and bear arms. Article 4, the people have the right to be secure against unreasonable search and seizure. And Article 5, we have the right to a grand jury and due process if indicted of a crime. And our property cannot be taken without just compensation. There are other articles in the Bill of Rights, and combined they ensure that the people of the United States is the land of freedom and opportunity. Those are the blessings that my parents wanted for their children and their children's children. We do not need to fundamentally change the country. We live under the greatest government ever devised. What we need to do is to teach our rights and freedoms to our children, defend the rights and freedoms that we have been guaranteed by those three documents, and assert our rights and freedoms whenever and wherever they are challenged. That is what will enable us to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Thank you.
Go to conventionstates.com, press the button, sign the petition. More importantly, get 10 of your friends to do the same. When you sign the petition.
All right. Melba, you on?
Myself, yes. Hi, I'm on.
Melba, that was a great job. I understand you were on the national COS live broadcast here recently, right?
I was last night, yes.
Yes, yes. So, well, Melba, that's a very, very moving piece that you and Ken did there. So, congratulations on that.
Thank you. Ken made it easy.
He did?
He did.
Well, good, good. Anyone have any comments or anything you want to say to Melba? I wanted to make sure that everyone saw that. I know that's been shared on Slack with everyone, but I wanted to make sure that everyone had a chance to see that. So, anyone have a comment or anything?
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Good to get a perspective like that. It makes a big statement.
Who's that?
This is Mark.
Okay, Mark. Good.
Now, if you haven't seen the COS Live National, you need to go on that because she really fleshes out a lot about what her parents were confronted with. Her father was very courageous, and it's about 30-35 minutes long, and I would strongly urge everyone to view it. It's well worth it.
Good, good, good. Well, Ken, are you still here? There you are.
I am Dale. Yep. Thank you, Melba.
Ken, I tell you, you're really doing good work here, my man. I tell you.
You keep cracking the whip, Dale. You know.
I know that pay raise request that you sent in. We haven't located it yet, but I'll look.
That's a dangling carrot that probably will never get any closer.
Well, you never can tell. You never can tell. Thank you very much, Ken.
No problem. It's what I enjoy doing, and anything we can do to contribute.
All righty. All right. Okay. We've talked in the past. I just want to let you know that we're still working on this, where we want to set up, a stash of supplies for information tables. We're trying to get a supply set up with Rick Lyon, our state events coordinator. We're still trying to work out some details on this, so stay tuned. We'll get it worked out. I don't think the stash is going to look as big as I've got pictured here, but maybe so. Who knows? Rick, you got room for this kind of a supply, a stash?
No, I do not, but that'd be a good problem to have, I guess.
Yes. So, all right.
This is Vicki. I have a question.
Okay.
Can we do fundraisers so we can contribute to the stash?
That's one of the things that we want to work out, Vicki.
Oh, okay. To be announced?
To be announced. We're working on it.
Okay, good. Let me know.
But I just, the concept, I know other states have done this. Florida is one of them. But the concept is that I want district captains, region captains to be able to have information tables and not have to worry about how do I get all this together? How do I get all these materials and those materials when we got one place where they can go to get them. So make it easier for you to set up an information table at an upcoming event. So
What are your thoughts, Dale, on logistics? We're pretty far apart.
I know. I guess that's one of the things that we'll have to work out. I don't know, Larry. Don't have it all worked out yet.
Drone delivery.
That's an idea.
Could buy Rick an airplane.
Yeah. No, that's not a good idea, I don't think. Okay. I want to now cover quickly some events that have taken place over this and during this month. And Richard, I don't think Richard's on the call tonight. I don't recall seeing him. I'm sorry if I've missed you, Richard, and you're here. But one of the things Richard did was he was able at the Plymouth Library in Plymouth, Indiana. The library gave him a window space to set up a display. And he obviously took advantage of it. And this is the display that he set up in the window at the Plymouth Library. And I thought that was, I don't think we've ever had the opportunity to do this. But, this is something else that we can explore in other communities, perhaps. So I wanted to recognize this effort that Richard did here. Now, next one, Mark Goatee. I know you're on the call tonight. Mark put together a information table at a Harley Davidson dealer cruise-in, I guess it was, here in Fort Wayne. Mark, you're on, I know you're on tonight, right?
Yep, I'm on.
Okay, how did that go?
It should have been more people, I think, but
Yeah.
I think everything that's going on and their competition gave away free food, so their bike nights are going to the other Harley place over on 465. So that's what I got out of it. But we did have a lot of people come up and approach us. We had I think like 5 signatures of people that signed up. We had a lot of people from out of state that were talking to us as well. So
yeah, well, good.
But appreciate the help from George and Ed. They were
George and Ed. That's Ed Paraguay pictured there with Mark. So thanks to Ed for chipping in there and George. So, all right, thanks, Mark. Thanks.
Thank you.
And of course, the Big E. The next one was the gun show in Indianapolis, and I want to tell you, I got one other gun show here to show you too. But all these, the information tables just look great, folks. We've just got this nailed down, I think, very good. And I know Larry Hudson's had as well as Ed Paraguay have both played roles in creating these information tables. This gun show in Indianapolis, I went down to that Sunday to greet everyone and thank everyone for what they're doing. And as soon as I walked into that large show area, the first thing I did was I looked around to see if I could see our table, and boy, I had no problem locating it, because this sign here, if you can see my cursor, this sign back here, the height of the sign was very, very good. It stood above just about everything else in the room. So that was an eye catcher. But we've got Chris Miller here. I don't know if you see my cursor here in the first slide. Chris Miller, Dan Stock, and there's Melba Kaiser again. And over here is George Ward and Vicki Fisher. And here's Dan and Melba and me with my mask below my chin when I was down there Sunday. So you guys did a great job. Another great job here. So Vicki, Larry, any guys got any comment on this that you want to make?
Yeah, if I could unmute myself, sorry.
Yeah.
It was spectacular looking. You guys really outdid yourself setting up this table. I mean, it was beyond my wildest expectations. And I think it made all the difference in the world. Because, Dale, when you walked in and you saw it, that means the people that were walking around in there, they couldn't miss it.
Exactly.
They just couldn't miss it. So it was really great. And I thought it was in a pretty good location.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was down a little farther, but,
yeah,
that's okay.
But look at all the materials that they had out there. It's just excellent, just excellent.
Yeah, everybody brought all their stuff, and I mean, there was just so much to look at. And I don't know if any of you guys have this, but I don't know anyone who doesn't know who Convention of States is because of Mark Levin. So when you take a Mark Levin book with you, that catches people's eyes. That guy's got millions of followers, and a lot of people walked up to the table because they saw his face.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Vicki. Thank you. Okay. The other gun show that went on was up in Crown Point, Indiana, Central Indiana Gun Show. John Donka kind of headed this up, and I know Larry Hudson participated in it, as well as Richard Loken. So Larry, you got, I know John's not on the call tonight, but Larry, how did things go up there in your opinion?
Hey Larry, I had John, Dale. I am on the call.
Oh, you are. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I was hiding.
Okay. Are you on your phone or?
On my iPad.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to get the video to work, but bear with me.
Well, there you go. There you
There
go.
we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really great. It was very busy on Saturday. It was wall to wall people. And Sunday was probably half as busy, but there's still a lot of people. And I just want to make sure I thank Larry and Rich for coming out. I mean, Larry drove 2 hours and Rich drove over an hour to help out, and I really appreciated that.
Well, that's good. That's good. Is this an annual event? Do you know?
Well, when pre-COVID, I thought they used to have like 2 or 3 of them a year. I never really was big on going to gun shows, so I only go once in a while. But I'll be paying attention more now to see. But I think they have another one coming up, and I gotta see. I think it's in November, but I'm not sure if it's in the same area. But it might be a little too soon. But
now they'll have one in December, John.
Oh, December. Okay.
12th and 13th.
Okay.
Yeah, I think COVID has really screwed up the schedule on these gun shows, but there's no doubt about it. There are like-minded people at these shows like this, so they're good.
Yeah,
they're
and I like
good.
to say I'd say almost 40% of the people, or maybe 50, were from Illinois.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Now, the promoter talked to him yesterday on the Kokomo Gun Show, and I mentioned Crown Point. He said it was the largest audience or the largest participation that he's ever had there.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Oh, the line was tremendous at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
It went for several blocks.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Well, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for doing that. Okay, let's kind of wrap things up here. Just a reminder, Tim Heidenreich, State Prayer Contact. If you have anything, any special needs that you might have, let Tim know, and he can feed those into our National Prayer Contact. So he's the person to talk to on that. Okay, and let's go quickly around the horn. I'm going to turn my screen off here. I'm going to stop sharing. Just remember now, in November, our state call is the 18th. We've moved it up a week. So let me get over here to this view. And let's see who's on here. Vicki Mooring, I see you're on. Anything you want to say,
Yes,
Vicki?
I am.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can't see you, but we can hear you.
Okay, I got a couple. The gun show in Shipshewana is going to be November 20th, 21, and 22.
Oh, wow.
I could use some people that would volunteer for that. And I was wondering who has Ed's event banners and stuff. Do we have all that centrally located now? All the stuff for the shows?
Yeah. Go get with Rick.
Yeah, we're working on that. Friday, I'm supposed to meet with Richard and, get stuff that's left over from Crown Point, which some of that's left over from Indianapolis. So we're trying to gather that stuff together so we can have one place to go to, at least maybe not get it, but at least know where you can, find out where it's at anyway. So we're working on that part, but I'll work on getting stuff for you, Vicki, and before your show there.
Okay, the other question
I'm not sure about the banners though,
Choose-
honestly. So
Okay, well, that Choose Liberty banner, I really like that. Does that belong to anybody in particular, or is that go with our group?
I'm not sure who has that. Larry, was that yours or?
I'm not sure which one Vicky's talking about. Which banner are you talking about, Vicky?
She said the one that says Choose Liberty.
Choose Liberty.
The one that's
Oh, yeah, that's a cloth banner that I have. I think, Gary, don't you have one as well? It's red. You're muted, I think.
Unmute yourself, Gary.
I did have the one. I took it down to Indianapolis, so it should have been packed up with the things from the Indy Gun Show.
Okay, so Richard's probably got that.
I don't know. Maybe George has it, or maybe Richard. Richard may have it, I guess.
Well, I think.
Well, we'll get it one way or another, huh?
Yeah,
That's the red one, right, Vicky?
Yeah, it's a nice banner. It speaks a lot.
I think we used it as a tablecloth, table covering down in Indy. Worked
That's the
very
one.
well.
Okay, anything else, Vicki?
No, I could use some volunteers.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm not sure who's on the phone here. Who's on the phone? Last 42992.
Dale, it's me, Tim.
Oh, hi, Tim. Good. I'm glad you're on.
Yeah, I have a lot of computer trouble with my internet connection, so I can't get on the internet anymore. So I'll just be on the phone. But I don't have anything to add this week other than, excuse me, I really thought that newsletter was outstanding. I thought Sue Lyon just did a wonderful job, and Ken, I'm just so glad it turned out that way.
Tim? Tim?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to be sure on that. You're an SIA and you have computer problems.
I can't get the internet because we built a new house out in the country. I can't get the damn internet, but yes, I do have them.
Okay. So it's out of your control, you're saying. Okay, yeah. I was just picking on you, Tim. I'm just picking on you.
No problem.
Okay. Ed Paraguay.
Hello. Congratulations to Vicki Fisher on the Patriot pin, and the fact that you put together one heck of a gun show. I don't know who helped, probably Larry and Melba. And congratulations to Melba for the short video. I'm going to look at the long one. You are the third Cuban American that I know personally. One of them was a math professor of mine in college, and the other one was an engineer whom I worked with for many years. Very well done, Melba.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks. Chad, Michael, you got anything you want to add tonight? Anything more? You need to unmute yourself if you want to. All right, we'll move on. Debbie Stewart. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Dale.
Folks, this is Debbie Stewart. This is our constitutional literacy
Hi, everybody.
person that appears on our COS Indiana Live broadcast. And Debbie does a great job. I'm sure you've all seen her on our broadcast before. So I've asked her to join in on our state calls if she so wishes to. So she's a super volunteer. I call her our super volunteer. So thanks for joining. Anything, Vicki, that you want? Anything on your mind that you wanted to add tonight? Vicki, I said Debbie. I meant.
I figured you meant me. So, you know, I am impressed by what everybody's doing. So just keep up the great work. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to be part of the team.
Good. Thank you. Debbie is a homeschool teacher. And so Debbie was your I think you told me, didn't you tell me, did you show the swearing in of Amy Coney Barrett to your class?
You know what? That's coming up because we just did the last Trump-Biden debate this past week in all my classes. So they were very hyped up and very passionate about that. So I have to let that settle. And then in the next week or two, we'll do the Amy Coney Barrett swearing in and also probably watch some of the Senate confirmation hearings too.
Good, good. Very, very, Debbie tells me some things about her classes from time to time. Very interesting what she does.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay,
Debbie, I'm sorry, it's Melba. I just wanted to say that the speech that Amy gave at the White House, I thought was outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you're going to share that with your class.
Okay, thank you I saw bits and pieces, but I haven't been able to sit down and listen to the whole thing. So thank you, Melba. And it's nice to not really see you, but hear you.
Another time.
Right.
All right, let me jump down here. George, you've been awful quiet tonight. Where are you,
I've been
George?
talking a lot. I've just been muted, so.
There you go. There you go. Anything?
Yeah, a couple things. First of all, Vicki, congratulations on the pin. And the other Vicki, I will help out with the Shipsy show. That's what we call it out this neck of the woods, Shipsy. I got to get dinner at the Blue Gate restaurant. But Shipsey's in my district, so if I don't help out, I'm going to get spanked by Dale. I know for a fact. So I'll be there. And as far as the banner goes, that's probably somewhere around with Richard. I'm not sure who brought it up from the Indie Gun Show, but I didn't have it, so I don't know who else brought it up. But most of that stuff ended up in Crown Point one way or another. Melba, good show. I'm looking forward to watching the full length on that. I just a bunch of thanks. Everybody, October's been a grand month, and everybody's work is much appreciated. Takes a lot of stamina to get all this stuff to go, rolling down the hill. So, and don't forget to vote.
There you go. There you go.
Bye.
Okay, well, folks, we're running over time tonight, but if you don't mind, I got a couple more people that I want to give an opportunity to here. Jerry Rowe, anything you wanted to say, Jerry? Righty. Okay. I've got a person named John here. John, who is?
It's me, Dale. John Domka.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. That's twice now. Okay.
That's okay. I'm hiding well on you. No, I'm good. I got nothing else to add. I just want to say thanks again to everyone for helping out.
All right. Thanks, John. Thank you. Okay, Mark, I see anything. Okay, I think that's everybody.
Dale, can I make a quick comment?
Sure.
Yeah, one of the things that came out of the our new regional director is he encourages us to use Slack more than we already do.
Yeah.
And so I just want to encourage everybody to be on Slack every day. Try to use Slack rather than email. You got a direct communications tool. And we're working on trying to clean up the channels and make that a little better. Like for all of the events, go to the events channel. Rick will be on there, and that'll be the place to coordinate what we're doing for event planning, just as an example. But use Slack.
All right. Thanks,
Can
Jerry.
somebody please send me the link, because last time I tried, I got on DC. I couldn't get on Indiana, so I screwed it up and took it off my computer. So I need it again. Please.
We'll make sure somebody helps you out with that, Vicki. And by the way, congrats on the Patriot pin.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Vicki, is that a what kind of hat do you have on there?
Yeah, that's my Trump hat. I finally got it. I ordered it months ago, and I finally got it in the mail. So I thought I'd wear it.
Is it
and my
okay?
scarf, because I have to be a patriot if I'm going to get a Patriot pin.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah, and I wanted to say for Ken, National better not try to steal him. That his letter, that newsletter is better than National's, I think. I like it better. I like the way it's laid out, and it's not like big monster pictures. The pictures are normal size. And so, yeah, I really like it.
Now, don't let Ken take all the credit for this now, because Sue Lyon is really.
I know
doing
she did. Thank you, Sue.
I'll pass that on to her.
Thanks.
She's on another Zoom meeting in the other room. So.
Oh, well, it was beautiful, really.
I just want to say, Rodney, it's good to have you tonight. I hope you come back frequently and visit and join us, if you would, please.
Thank you. I always enjoy these calls. Love the team. Y'all are great. Melba, excellent on your video and the Tuesday live. Vicki, knocking it out. Everybody, you're doing just fabulous. And I look forward to coming back once in a while.
All right.
For those of you who don't know, I don't know if you said it, Dale, Jonathan, who's replacing me, he's making a move to a past state. He's moving from New Jersey to Florida. That's why I'm here tonight.
Right. Yep. He said he was going to be moving tonight, so he will be joining us in November on our state call. So, well, guys, I know we went over time tonight, but I think we had a good call tonight, and I want to thank everyone for what they're doing. I'm really looking forward to 2021. I think we've got some very, very ambitious goals. I believe all of them are achievable, and we just got to dedicate ourselves to it, and grow our leadership group. So I'm really looking forward to 2021. But we got 2 more months in 2020, so let's don't forget about this year. And once again, thank you all of you that are helping out on the gun shows. I know that's a commitment. So, by the way, I wanted to also mention that you've heard me talk about the We the People program here in Indiana. Where the Constitution is taught in schools. I'm going to be functioning as a judge in some of their activities that are coming up. Larry, did you get involved in that?
Yes, I did. I'm going to be a judge in November at the high school level.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm at the high school level too. So
You guys have to be
I'm
sworn in.
hoping that this could maybe be a foot in the door, whereby we could bring Convention of States into their program and make it a part of their program, which would give some of us an opportunity to participate. Also, Richard's not on tonight, but I know he's interested in the Constitutional Live training that many of us are going through, I'm sure, and any of you that have chosen to be coaches. One of the things that we want to do in this education program is to take that cadre of coaches and offer that up as part of our education program. So those of you that are involved in that, stick with it. Good job. So I know I said that we were going to end the call, and I didn't end it, did I? So that's
Yeah,
it.
you did a really nice job with the presentation tonight. All the pictures from the events and stuff. You really did a nice setup with that. So thanks for doing that. Really good.
I'm starting to catch on to this Zoom program.
You're doing quite well.
I attended a Zoom training session, and I'm telling you, I was just blown away at the technology involved in this program. Folks, we are just skimming the very surface of this, what this program is capable of doing.
Yep.
But we won't get into that tonight. So anyway, all right, everyone. Good night. Thank you very much. See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Vote. Be sure to vote.
Hey, Dale, I will tell you, I went to training to be a poll clerk the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yep. And on the election day, I'm going to be a poll clerk. I went down to the city county building, and the line to vote in advance was back and forth through the building twice and down the block. And they said that at that time, they've had twice as many people vote so far as what they had in 2016.
Wow. That's an early voting location?
Yeah. And they said that all their voting machines are going to be out. They have 1,000 voting machines, and they're going to hold 10 back for emergency spares. But they said this is going to be an election like we've never seen before.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too.
So, a lot of people are voting already and getting ready to vote.
Took me 2.5 hours the other day. I did the same thing, and the line wrapped around the building twice.
Yeah.
Now,
Never seen it before.
Is that what do you think? Is that just a high turnout, or is that people afraid of the COVID thing?
I think from what they were saying the other day, it's a high turnout. There's some of the COVID thing. People don't want to go vote in person, but they're going to do the social distancing, and that's part of the training I went through on how to process people through and how we got to sanitize everything and all that. So they're going to be safe that way. But most of it's the just high turnout, from what they were saying down there anyway.
Okay, Ed, what's your prediction on the election?
I've been listening to Hannity, Beck, and tonight Bill O'Reilly. it's hard to tell. The polls pretty much say that it's still statistically a dead heat. I've heard arguments that say it will probably be a blowout for Trump, not only in the Electoral College, but the popular vote. And part of the argument that goes along with that is that the millennials don't seem to be voting in the numbers that they did in 2016. The only way that'll change is if they all come out and vote on election day. And of course, as several have pointed out, California is the big one. North Carolina is second. Pennsylvania is hard to call. He needs Pennsylvania. I don't know. I think he's got the edge, but I don't know how great an edge. I'm hoping for a real blowout. Otherwise, we're going to spend 2 years of the other side protesting the vote, suing for everything on the face of the earth, and putting the government's hands so nothing gets done.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning on, I'm trying to hold out so I can vote on the 3rd, but I'm not sure what to expect, quite honestly.
Well, my experience, even in off-year elections, has been, of course, I live out here in the country, but there are lines at the polls probably from when they open till mid-morning. Then the lines go down a little bit, and then some people are allowed to leave early, as much as 3 hours from work. So by 2 o'clock in the afternoon all the way to 6, there's a long line, even if you're just voting for congressional representatives, and they turn people away. My opinion is we don't have enough voting machines, and I'm glad to hear that 56 million people have already voted, because I'm afraid there are going to be a lot of people turned away on November 3rd.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Yeah, well, and it depends on the precinct, how many machines you've got, where they are, and so forth. But if you read the stories, different states treat this different ways. There are still a handful of states that use the old mechanical machines, which actually I still prefer, even though I was an electrical engineer. We've had problems with the electronic ones we use here in Indiana, and believe it or not, many of them are already failing. Well, they've been in service 15 years, maybe 20 at the most. They shouldn't be wearing out. And of course, anything that's electronic now is suspect because it is possible. I thought they were safer, but they say it is more possible to cheat the system when you're using the electronic. So they have been for 2 years designing replacements for the machines we use today, but I haven't heard that any design has been approved, nor has anybody been contracted to build them. So I don't know where we are in Indiana.
I could tell you from my training, the voting machine is